Hi everyone, Matthew with Dr. G in Technology, and today we're going to go over my study plan, my IT study plan for 2022. So we'll talk a little bit about what a study plan is, along with some other specifics that I'm looking at for this year. So before we get too deep, certainly comment right down below. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. That way we can adjust our content and help you throughout your IT career. Also click the like button and subscribe button. That way you can be alerted to any new content videos we have coming out. And then also right down below, click the IT Village link where you can go and join others such as yourselves, where you can ask questions, career-related questions. I'm over there in the IT Village, and that's where we collaborate and really get to know each other, create relationships outside of these videos. So on to this year's study plan. So what is a study plan? Well, as a professor, we usually get asked to kind of have a research plan. You know, what is it that we are researching on that interests us or on behalf of the university, let's just say for the next 3 to 5 years, right? And so that's what we have to write, document. It doesn't have, for us, it's nothing super lengthy. It's just a plan, right? It can be less than a page long if we want it, regarding what is it that we're researching. And we can do one and the same here for IT study plan. And likely I'll create a separate video for how to create an IT study plan, how it integrates into your career, how it should integrate into your career at least. But today's video is not so much about what the IT study plan is, but more about what mine is for this year. And so it's something that you can certainly emulate as well. So I figured let's go ahead and start out by looking at what is it that I'm studying and looking at for this year to get me more knowledgeable in my career, or just based on other interests I have in technology. So let me share my screen and just go over some areas you may or may not have seen before that will help you in creating your study plan. So first and foremost, you should see my screen right here on Google, right? So there is a separate part of Google called Google Scholar. So if you just type in Scholar right here, hit search, the first link you should get up right here is scholar.google.com, right? Let's go have a look at that. All right, so here we are, very similar look to just straight up Google, but this goes to scholar.google.com. And essentially anything you type in here will come up with articles. So not necessarily website links, they are links, but actual articles, books, etc., related to whatever topic you're looking for. So if I want to look up topics, all journals, articles related to Metaverse, for example, I'll type that. And then I can begin filtering over here. In the world of academia, at least, you know, we tend to like things that are 5 years or less. Metaverse is not certainly new, but it's certainly gotten hot the last couple of years. So if I want to filter this down to only articles that have come out since last year, I can do that. And then if I start seeing ones that I like that have my interest, you know, I'll click on it. This one looks interesting. And as you would expect, it takes me to an academic place, Cornell University in this case. And likely these several professors came together as part of their plan, their research plan. And so Google Scholar is I don't want to say a hidden tool, but it's one that we all have access to. So it's certainly a secret little bullet to, if you want to get a leg up on just kind of what you're seeing on regular website links or what you see on TV regarding a topic like Metaverse, for example. You know, why not come here and get smart about it in terms of reading exactly what, you know, some of the best minds are that we have in these topics, meaning the scholars themselves, right? So this then comes down to, I might be able to download this PDF, and in some cases I can't. Sometimes it might make me sign up for a journal, right? And so if you're really interested and you start realizing, boy, you know, this is a journal that I can really get used to, maybe I'll go ahead and sign up for it. And it may not be free. A lot of them are not, but you then begin to see some of these are, right? You can come down here and read all about this article, which is really great, right? And this one very recent as well. So that's just a little bit about where you can get started with your researching some of the topics that you're interested in, right? Google Scholar is a great tool. So let me go back. I have several other tabs open regarding my study plan, and I'll show you kind of how I'm devising my study plan and at the same time integrating it into creating this actual video right here. So let's go back to sharing my screen. And this time I'm going to come over here, and you should be seeing on my page now my study plan, right? Which is right here. As soon as I get this open. All right. So one more time. There we go. All right. Doesn't want to stay today. A little bit of trouble. Stay now. I think so. Very good. All right. So part of my study plan here, and this is just, I'll get into this overview here, is I'm looking at Agile Software because last year, as part of my study plan, 2021, I decided I want to go get Agile certified in project management. It had been 20 years since I went for a project management certification. I still keep mine up, but Agile was something that kind of got away from me. I just got too busy with just work, everything else, other certs along the way, and decided last year was a year to just go get a little bit smarter about Agile. So I got certified last year as an Agile certified professional with a PMI certification. This year means, okay, I actually want to apply it, right? Last year was, so what? I got certified. This year's now what? Well, now what is I want to start applying it. So I've been over the years, thinking about kind of reading about different Agile software, and I decided I'm going to pick one and start using it for actual application. And that's what you're looking at now on my screen. This is Trello. That's related to Kanban types of activities, which is a Japanese way of managing work. And it's great. I've had a great time using this. So, and I do this for my videos. So right now, kind of what you're looking at is, I've got the hood open here showing you everything that this is how I create the ideas for my videos. So right off the bat, I've got Trello that I'm looking at. So I'm going to close this card, and it looks like several open here. And I come up with a path here of, as I come up with ideas, I come up with title and a small script for it. Once I'm on to my next phase, I begin recording it. Once I've done some research on it, I move it over here, just like I would on my Kanban board. I now go away from title, and I'm actually recording right now. So I'm moving the work as I go along, and eventually I upload it to our link, and I go from there, right? So this has been a great tool that I'm really liking. So let's get this back open, and let's see here. All right. So on top of Trello, part of my or Agile, part of my next part of my plan for 2022 is start looking at Metaverse Technologies, hence the reason why I typed in Metaverse earlier on Google Scholar. And for me, I don't necessarily think I'll be using it a lot this year. I'm not the biggest gamer, which is kind of what this type of technology has been linked to in the past, but really understanding, who are the major players in Metaverse. So going beyond Facebook, but again, popping the hood open on all things Metaverse and getting smarter about it, just so I can understand it, because I know I will be involved in more immersive things in different metaverses. So for me, it's about understanding two major players, Roblox and Unity Software. And I'm looking at them from a functional and a financial perspective. What do I mean by that? Is the functional part just, what is it that they're known for? I know those two are major players aside from Facebook in the metaverse space, but also I'm interested in possibly investing them from a stock perspective. You've certainly heard me from other videos talk about, financial planning being a part of your technology career. And that's part of what I do is I try to link some of my own financial planning to technologies that I want to get into and learn and use, right? So Roblox, part of the metaverse concept, right? This is just their homepage here. Roblox is one of two and potentially more adding here developers in terms of gaming online, and they're growing. They have about almost 50 million at the time of this video, 50 million users per day utilizing their software, and about 10 million developers developing these worlds and experiences that are going beyond games, but into these virtual communities that we will all be a part of at some point in time. Such as, instead of maybe going to a concert, instead, putting your gaming devices on or linking to a website and going to a concert virtually and being immersed in it as if you were there and not just watching it, two-dimensionally on your screen. And so that's where Roblox comes in. They're doing great with this, they're growing. And so I know as of this point in time, they're really looking to, how do they go beyond gaming and more into more of the immersive worlds, which they're already kind of, well into. The other one is Unity Software. Unity Software, very much like Roblox. Unity also has its own niche here in terms of, multiplayer platforms, very similar to Roblox. They're really getting in big with 3D technology. It's been interesting to kind of learn about Unity. Of the two, this is the one I've already begun actually investing in, just based on my research. And it's been interesting getting to know Roblox. So Metaverse is also part of my 2022 study plan. And, it's just going to continue to change, probably every month as I continue to learn more and more about all things Metaverse. So my last one is data fabric, right? Data fabric is a concept that, I'll close these out, that I learned as chief data officer. It's essentially an architecture to allow for use of different functions, processes, etc., across multiple environments, such as multiple cloud environments, right? And there's a lot more that comes to data fabric. I'm certainly not giving its justice here, and nor am I trying to purely define it, but I've already worked with it to a degree. One key area to consider is, and the place I go to is Gartner. Gartner is a great tool for you in IT technology. In fact, I'm going to launch this article here. Gartner is a research company that pretty much almost every Fortune 500 company I know of uses Gartner for their IT research. And I remember looking at this article last year, and I was already into data fabric even before the date of this article, just because of my position as chief data officer. And so, but while I've known about it and have already begun using it, my goals for my study plan, if I come back over here, are to continue with the evolution of it. I also want to know who the key individuals are in advancing this practice, and I probably will get that just from my connections on LinkedIn as well as Gartner, and then analyze, what companies are succeeding in terms of case studies, right? So that will help me along my way in data fabric and learning more about it. So, my study plan here for 2022, Agile Software, Metaverse Technologies, and data fabric, I'll keep on throughout the year, and others will likely pop in, but I don't know that I'll pay as hard attention to them as I will these three. And again, why am I doing this for my study plan? Well, it depends on what my goals are, right? Is this more career focused, financially focused, job focused, all the above, perhaps? Just depends on what your goals are for that year and what you want to learn. So as you can see here, I've also loaded from down below the link as well. I've loaded these same links here regarding Gartner, IBM, and their version of Data Fabric, Trello, the software I use to actually perform Agile, and Roblox and Unity to review all things regarding the metaverse. So hopefully that's been helpful to you, and we'll see you on the next video.
As a reminder, click the like button, leave us your comments, let us know what you'd like to hear more of. Also, click the subscribe button and the bell button so that you're immediately alerted anytime a new video is published. Be sure to join our IT Village, which is the link to communicate with others within our YouTube channel over on our platform so that you can get answers to your questions. And lastly, in the upper right corner of our YouTube channel, click the free download of How Much Can I Make in IT?